Hello, everyone, and hang on, let me pause that. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the final chapter of our Wildermyth stream. I have no idea what happened there with the intro music. It was supposed to be. It didn't quite reach its the end of that track, so I don't know. That was just a weird little thing, a glitch or something. I don't know. Um, Anyways, I'm gonna jump straight into it because I don't know how long this one is going to be. It should only last about maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So we shall see. I do have the right, yes, I do have the right scene pulled up, so we're good. Um, yeah, this will be the final chapter of this story. Let's see if my pronunciation of things can actually be done well, not just well, but correctly as well. Because I know last week I was definitely struggling with my vocabulary in some points. Wildermyth tends to do that because they throw in not only just some words that aren't typically used in day-to-day speech for native English speakers, um, but they also it also randomly generates names of locations and people. So it throws in a little extra curveball there. Because these are names that we're going to be very unfamiliar with, very unfamiliar because we don't really know how they're supposed to be pronounced. Okay. So what follows is the next 10 years in our hero's story. Next 10 years of life. Sutheta disappeared for a while, saying she had distances to wander and worries that needed to be put to rest. What returned in her place? It was hard to know. She claimed she was here to see her oaths fulfilled. Yikes. That took a turn for the worst. Viv spent a month tracking a golden stag. As she finally raised her weapon for the kill, the stag looked her straight in the eyes and laughed. Viv smiled back and lowered her arm. Went to go scare some kids. Putting her appearance to use, huh? You're awful. Glamana Forge offered to take discarded Dralvin armor and Morthagi parts, melting them down and reforging them to be used against their former masters. When Maida came down with a case of Thistlethroat, Viv would come by to sweep out ashes and handle the soup pot. How are your joints? Better? Thistlethroat. I think that's going to be an important thing. Rother noticed that the town hall at Brisk Shepherd had fallen into disrepair during all the conflict. So he passed the summer helping to rebuild it. Viv's son has reached adventuring age. Ilbear has joined Jenlia's eternity as a warrior. Do Thundering Challenge. Once per combat as a swift action, Ilbear frightens the enemy, forcing them to spend their next turn running away. Transformation. Advance Viv's transformation. Reduced block by 5, but increases speed by half a point. We're gonna go with no. Transformation to Fire Leg. Advanced Malward's transformation. I do like that warding, but the dice roll says no. All right, what do we got? We are in our final chapter, so might as well definitely craft that. The Rook Striker, powerful bow imbued with the quick, surging spirit of water. Increased damage and range. Ilbear has just joined, so we're not going to give him any upgrades. Though he is wearing Brawl Guard already, which is nice. Yes, let's give her a tier 2. Sutheta. Oh, she cannot wear any... Or not wear. About her garment. Does require ingots. Okay. Okay, let me... Okay, Malward gets it. So, we're going to advance his sword. Maybe, hang on. Oh, yikes. Well, his speed is already reduced. Yeah, let's craft that for him. Okay. Let's move on since we are out of ingots. We can't craft much more. The shadows where I crouched were lit as by lightning. Again, again, and again. Air hurled round like I'd never felt. I understood, of course. The fulminations flew from my own forge. Quinsom's body was gone. His prime and petty essences, smelted from him, were being hammered into something new. I once made hallowing blades, edges to serve unwelcome spirits from the flesh they occupied. Oh, sever unwelcome spirits from the flesh they occupied. But that day, my forge became an evil place. My life's work a failure. I didn't go any further than I'd come. I crept up a tunnel I'd whistled down 10,000 times and tried to disappear. I hope never to see the Root Queen again, but I know somehow, in my trembling heart, that I will. It doesn't go on, does it? How strange. That sounds like the forge hall I dreamed of. Journal belonged to someone called Royal Splint. It's old. Feel this cover. It's like grasping a cooked fish, wants to slip out of its skin. Was it here in this library? Royal Splint? You needing to know where that book came from? I found it just last fall, traveling and poking into caves. It's pretty far. It's always far. Spurred by bad summer dreaming, they embark in a couple days to find the place Sutheta speaks of. They make wise and random haste. It's not their first deathly omen. Already unseen perils are fuming from the gaps of the earth. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. Alright, so here's what the world is looking like. Pretty much complete at this point. Okay, so... Build a tier 3 defense. Y'all can hang back. I do want to secure the Heart Hall. There we go. Wow. The game is actually taking a little longer to process these commands, which is a little shocking. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure what we will have to do is discover where exactly. Viv is the only one who's not going on this adventure. Assault. Yeah, see? I was initially looking at these ruins, but it was down that passage that I found the Smith's journal. Bad sign. Finding gear bones squatting around. I don't know how they anticipated us coming here. In fact, the Morthagi never planned to stop at this unspecial hole. They gave it what was meant to be a cursory look. But the unsupported earth caved in, trapping some of their numbers. They're only nearly done clearing it. Ooh. Let's move up quiet and pick our spot, or why not hit them from the back here? Draw them towards us. Let's go with Ilbear's suggestion, intimidation. This will get him some experience. Ooh, hello. That is a healthy number of Morthagi. There. That way we can set up a blocking position. Either one works, I guess. Interfuse with something. Can do that. See what they do. Anything she does. Good shot. Nothing you can really do now, is there? Ilbear may be in danger. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's definitely in danger here. Groundskeeper. Yeah, you'll need to back off. Just a little bit. What is that? Crap. Okay. That's something. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That worked out well. Probably not the smartest move, but it works. Shit. Okay. At least killed him. The Spectre is dead. Sommelier is the only one we've got left, and he's running away. At least I believe he's the only one left. Could be mistaken. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, definitely cannot hit from there. So, getting close. Boom. That is not a victory. I'm actually kind of shocked. Huh. Okay. Curious as to why. Break through the rubble. The rubble? Huh. What rubble? Oh, up there. I see it now. So this battle is far from over. Got it. Has 6 health. This will do 5 damage. Oh, hello. Okay, you opened it a little too early. Okay, so we gotta go down there, huh? Or not. Alright, that works. Ooh, a great spear. Huh. An artifact. Let's give it to Maida. She needs an actual weapon. Yeah. At the rear of the passage is a small paneled room, appointed with basic things. Royal Splint was the name? I guess if you wanted to disappear, this would be where you'd go. Stones are stacked for remembrance. Royal clearly possessed great practical skill. Shelf looks the same. Journal I took seemed the most interesting. There's trade books, some myths, some stuff about, owls? Probably? Owls? Am I saying that right? I didn't look that hard. See now why you only took one. It's a while that they're down there, and then Ilbear finds a page, loose leaf, written in the same hand as the old book. It'd been slipped under the bookcase, or had fallen there by accident. It goes blah blah blah, and then, for my last sleep here, I shall lie with a modicum of satisfaction. The Root Queen is dead. Yeah, that. A Root Queen. My suspicions proved true. She was no natural being, no land spirit. Never needed Quinsom's help or mine. Only preyed on Quinsom's kindness and my love. A lostling. Either inhabited this husk or created it whole cloth. I'm gratified. I'm sickened. The blade I made on that cursed forge killed her. It does not give me Quinsom back, and the wounds those roots drilled in me are deadly deep. I'm cold now. Destroy the forge, reader, if you have ones you love. Find it where I mark. The triangles are mountains. And is there a mark? Yes, on a real rough map. We can find that. This Royrel lady was pretty courageous. Yeah, I guess so. If my dream meant something, our enemies are already there. They don't waste more time than they have to. They go. For secure, we're going to work faster. Opportunity. We're going to skip that for now. What is happening? The game froze. Oh, there it is. Okay. See what I mean? It's, let's remove everybody else. I don't want Viv going there alone, just in case. Okay, Ilbar. Malward. Okay. Keep going. Gotta see what's over there. Have to clear it out first. Ooh, hello. Not everything grows on trees, but more things do than you might think. Once every long enough, a starseed tree blossoms. Its soft light ripens, then floats off into the sky. And that's where stars come from? There's probably some symbolism in there somewhere. They appear to get riper higher up. You're not thinking of grabbing one, are you? It would be a shame to pass up such a rare curiosity. Well, because see, the thing about a starseed tree is that none may climb it. Who makes these rules anyway? Ooh, there's a really low chance of success. 27% on that third option, which is to attempt to climb to the top. 66% chance to climb to a nice-looking one in the middle, or just pluck the little light within arm's reach. Of course, I'm gonna roll a d6 for this. Oh, pluck the little light within arm's reach. Well then, we won't climb it. Plink. Maida nabs a light, no bigger than a pebble, from the bottom trunk twigs. Eh? It's kinda small. It's a specimen. That's it. Who needs risks when you can be just slightly above average and still come out ahead? Plus 0.7 warding. We're going to give that to Maida since she's the one who grabbed it. Ooh. Tannery. 2 hides. I don't think we'll need... Well, let's just do tier 1 then. And then... Oh, shoot. That is not good. Oh, great. That is a tier 4 Dralvin raid. Definitely more thoggy. Yeah, that Timbersmith is gonna be destroyed. Great. Yeah. Let's go. We have to defend it. Even if there are no defenses to speak of. The Drauven have come. Painted standards splotch the horizon. A war call resounds across the land. How should the defenders respond? Well, no option here is perfect except for stay hidden. All right, charge into battle. 72% chance of success. Great cry they share. Fills them with defiant courage. Success. Plus speed. Plus 2 damage potency. We have 6 attackers. Seriously? Alright. Well. Stay there, I guess. And just in case, I'm going to have Maida interfuse with the lantern. Oh, yes. Ugh. Hate draw them. They are problematic. We do have an enemy spawn there. Yeah, get around the corner of the house. Try to hit them from the flank. 86% chance of success. Nice! Armor ignored. Stay put. Killed just like that. Okay. Kill all enemies. That is an update. Oh, shit, I did not notice him there. Dodged. Oh, crap. Smack him with the shovel. Yep, that's right. Like it. Ooh, you do have discus in there, huh? Well, you never know unless you try. Yeah. Oh, it killed a villager. Gosh. Alright. Alright, Rother. Might as well. Yeah. That's a shame. Yeah, that way. Shit. Are you kidding me? Just in case. Get him trapped in there. There we go. Upgrade untouchable. Yes, there we go. Did you see the huge moth that landed in Maida's hair earlier today? How could I not? And you weren't going to say anything? She walked around with it for like an hour. Hey, tell me a story. It's kind of odd how long that speech bubble is for just a short statement. You're the guy with the stories, right? Well, what would you like to hear? 3 options. Nothing too fantastic. Just tell me something that happened to you. Okay. Ilbear told Rother about a blue jay who used to perch just outside his kitchen window. The bird's trust was more easily won than that of most wild creatures, especially with the nuts from Ilbear's pantry. I called him Shuttlebutt, even though he probably wouldn't have approved. He always cocked his head, as if he were listening. And there was a lot for him to hear. It was a time of breaking downs and moving on. Movings on. So what happened to little Scuttlebutt? Same thing that happens to all who walk or fly this path, I imagine. Funny thing, though, the last time he visited, he brought me a present. A stone. Not too big, but almost perfectly round. I've kept it ever since, wearing its surface smooth with any worries or thoughts I have. You think it could be magic? If rocks have any insight, they speak it more deeply than a person can hear. It listens, and that's enough. Fire spirit, huh? Yeah, might as well. Get rid of that raccoonus. Ooh, nice. Fire release. Boom. Hmm. Fire Spirit. Tier 1 Greatsword. Turn it into a Fire Sword. The Sun Strike. Well-made greatsword imbued with the chaotic, flaring spirit of fire. +5 accuracy, +10 block. Oh, decreases stunt damage by 1. Interesting. We have to wait until that corruption goes away. Open door. Oh, hello. I imagine from right here would be better. 5 damage, not bad, not bad. Splinter Blast. Yep, gotta kill the raccoons as soon as possible. They can be a huge problem if not dealt with. Ugh, but another problem, the corruption. Yeah, see. Dead. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, well. Whatever. I don't know if she'll be able to... No, she can't. Scratch, 0 damage, huh? What are you... Oh, shoot. Of course. Okay, well, that is victory. Ooh. Inspiration. I like it. A tier 2 greatsword. Honestly, though, that would be... The Ebon Whale would be way better than the Sunstrike. As you can see, damage increases to 7 and stunt increases to 3. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Work faster. Since we are on the clock. Let's increase it to tier 3 defense. Alright, very good. Had Ilbear on the last mission, right? I think I did. Remove Ilbear. Include Malward. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Get rid of the Morthagi. Stump is fine. I don't mind the stump. The forge is old. It's tooled and supplied us wood folk for 6 generations at least. Who is this? It's up this way. See how the iron carts mark their way? I'll stand by you. My spear's solid. My spear is solid. Hey, Dusty. That lady saying something to you? Dusty? Who are you calling Dusty? Everything's doable if you've got grit. She wants to fight next to us. I can't articulate a particular reason we ought to refuse her. And you know, my husband, Arthric, breads our table. Breads our table. Down this path, I hack away the spider thorn. By evening, let's bring a good man some good news. Or by evening, let's bring a man some good news. Tall trees nod and sway in a stirring breeze, a lightening light. Either leave her behind or bring her along. Well, looks eager. Holds a weapon well. I'll stand by that kind of woman happily. If I actually get one, I can keep the body, right? Sure. Keep the body. Weird. Or what? Say your name? Hetty. Hetty Doomboard. Hey, we're coming. Maida? We pick up a wild woman? Is Viv close behind you? And Rother? This is Hetty. Sutheta went and said she could come along. It was sound thinking. I'm Hetty Doomboard. No one's a better gardener. Oh, gardener? Odd folk. That's the grin of an awful gambler. Are we the bet she's making? So together they go to a beckoning battle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemy cards. We are not chasing down that leaf spirit. Fire release. 3 damage. Nice. There's a dart there. Okay, there's a couple darts there. Doesn't look like interfusing with anything will necessarily be a good option, but Hetty can move ahead. Does Hetty have no armor? I don't think she has armor. Right behind the wall. I don't know if that'll be able to hit, though. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Alright. Boom. Boom, nice. Alright, he gets one... Oh, no, he does not. Okay, yeah, she needed it. She needs armor. Goodness. Blocked. Okay, great. Yeah, we did kill them last time. Good kill. I think this stump here is the last guy. I think that is a yes. Yep. Potency of finally... Uh, hmm. The forge house and its great yard are a garbage-strewn mess, fallen silent. Hetty, you hold that spear pretty solid. She was fine. Don't have to cup her cheeks, pat her head, do you? I am still holding on to my spear. Yeah, we should, let's get out of here. To my home. My husband. Weird. The hike proves long. Night will reach them before they reach that door. Hetty's chilled expression gradually warms, but her eyes tend lower. Here, down where the spider thorn's been kept at bay, see? Amid dark trees, the woodhouse glows. Inside is a happy hall. Now that forge, our whole forest, once again we'll walk freely and safely and warm. We fought, myself included. I fought and won. A fragrant jar of lavender is open on a shelf, and the stove breathes warm, woody air. And, oh, I only wish you'd seen it. Zephyr quick, I ran one through. Swisher swift, I pierced another. Hetty was brave. Be proud of your wife. All she thought of was you. A humble feast happens there, and a trading of life tales. Maida's accounts are annoyingly detailed. After a while, it becomes funny. So night takes its time to dwindle. Bits of the meal are picked over. Dregs and cups are drained. And in the quiet that comes over them, Arthric, Hetty's husband, clears his throat. I hope I'm okay saying this. I'm going to say it. It's all a lot of... I understand what you do, all of you. It's a sacrifice you make that I don't think probably no one ever fully repays, right? I know that it's selfish, and I'm proud of you, Hetty, my hero wife. I am thankful, and I know that you deserve whatever chance you want, but I'm not sure if I can... Arthric? You're not joining them? You're... Oh, Arthric? I'm not joining them. You're not? No way. I leave? And let you cozy up with that pixie flirt of a neighbor? Let's give him my grandma's old weapon. You're... But that's... Grandma will haunt me if I hang on to it any longer. It was meant to be used, and they'll use it well. I'll fetch it down. The gift Hetty and Arthric will give them is a rare piece with a history of its own. Her famous granny. Winter will come and life in this forest place will once more turn towards happiness. Wow. The staff is a traveler, perhaps first held by one who sent it on its way to roam the fabric of 19 stories and lives. In the palm, it eases the path of its wielder and begs for the road. Wow. Tier 2 artifact. Definitely give it to Maida. Calamities. Yeah, that's all right. Three ingots and a ring of chivalry. Give it to Viv. I think she needs a little boost of armor. We'll also need to prepare some defenses here. And then we'll move on to clear this area next. The next assault will begin shortly. Yeah, right where Ilbear is. Let's return. Definitely get rid of more Doggy. We'll defend this area. The Morthagi have come. Finally, they can be heard. Unusually quiet, but unmistakable. Like oiled machinery, like bones sliding on velvet. Lack of options can be a good thing. Let's do Rother's idea. Be sneaky. Concealed amid their surroundings, they elude the frustrated eyes of their enemy. Choosing the moment to strike is up to them. I have a feeling. Yeah. Rother can support from there. Good to know. Oh, hello. They are breaking in. Okay, so there are spawn points literally all around. Crap. Okay. Shit. Kidding me? Good. Haven't lost anyone as of yet. Actually looking pretty good. There he is. Is that victory? It is! Haha. We really set them back. Alright. Yes, we'll need Ilbear. Construct that bridge to make things easier. This has really taken up a lot of time, but we've got to move. The day is calm. The scouting mission has discovered nothing dangerous. Having outdistanced his companions, Rother sits to rest. Does he sleep? Dream? Is it a vision? A metaphor? Or does a tortoise truly come and speak to him? He has seen somewhere before the patterns that swirl upon its shell. Of course you have. This pattern is everywhere. In the wind, in the stars, in the sea, in the storm, in the fire, and the fern. We have always been here. We hold up the earth and the sky and the storm. We protect the fern and the water and the wheat. You should understand that. You protect others also. You're one of us. Can't you feel it? Oh. This is it. This is how I can keep them all safe. Does that mean he leaves? Are you sure I'm the one you want? Your choices throughout your lifetime have fitted you for this task. You were not born a guardian, but you have molded yourself into one, moment by moment, day by day. You are worthy to join the fellowship I speak for. Do you accept? Yes, absolutely. What happens now? While you live, nothing. Continue as you have been. After your death, we will discuss this matter further. Do I become a tortoise? The precise form is open for negotiation. That almost makes it sound as though you guardians are all around. Throughout the world. Everywhere. It does, doesn't it? But well, Rother, we will speak again one day. Hey, Rother, you been napping on the job? No, did you see that's a pretty cool tortoiseshell pendant. Did you just find it here? No, it's kind of a long story. Someday I'll tell you. Ah, increases health. If only slightly. And increases block. Nice. Oh, hello. Old formed caverns stretch beneath Blue Oak Watermill. Maida, keep up. We're pushing through. I can hear you looking at everything. Only their back-barking echoes answer them. Wait, where's Maida? Don't tell me she's wandered off. I don't know. I could certainly imagine it. Anything can catch that woman's eye. Probably just wait. None of you like waiting, though. They scour their steps for the last sign of Maida. A shadow trap. The writer Frostcrest called it. The deep darkness plays lure and snares to our curiosity. There's a likely-looking off-branch back here, an almost triangular crevice, and beyond is a tight, twisting tunnel. Below them, in the coldening ground, in the fungal glow. And it's not as if I can entirely be blamed. They were going too fast for all the things I wanted to look at. I'm not reckless, is the point. I'm studious. Under blade-sharp stones, a wider space, a firmer shine. There's a powerful smell, a heart smell, the heart of the mountain. And at first glance, she thinks a massive gray man is hunched over a blue-white flame. But she realizes, what is that? Unfamiliar language seems to twitch and change on every surface. An artifact of the cavern religious. I'd say you are. Of course, I'd listen if you wanted to correct me. Foolish, maybe. Me wanting after that gemstone. Ooh. Blame my inquisitive mind, I guess. Maida pries out the gem. Note the attempt I'm making, to be gentle. You don't know me, but I don't deface things unnecessarily. Maida wiggles her gut knife into the seam between gem and setting. And only a moment after she does so, an indistinct tremble travels up the blade. You're generating that buzz? Harmonic vibrations, they swell. They sing in the joints of her skeleton. Maida bends near, lowers her knife. I don't see any damn... A thunderclap. A luminous flood. A wet, bloody odor. And the sulphurous scent of fresh split rock. Time seems to pause, and the world fills in with white. And then fades into normal motion. Color. Ah, ow. What'd you just do? Maida? There was a brilliant gemstone. I found it here. I tried to remove it. I got rebuked. and now the specimen has simply vanished. Putting your hands on what's not yours? Oh, what? Re- Repeat that? Reach up. Try touching your eye. A short while later, I can at least see. I can see. Through it. Facets of things that shouldn't have facets. They'll emerge in daylight and encounter the enemy they'd sought, and Maida will look at things differently from then on. All right. This is definitely not a cave. Um... Seriously, at a 95% chance of success. Ugh. Hello. Well, let's hope. Nice. Wow, they are all equal, huh? Rock shield. Give it to Rother. Because he'll need it. Untouchable. Boom, boom. Come on, you have to move. You do. Boom. Alright. Double shot. Cornered and shot up. Now what? Oh. Spirit. Alright. That's alright. I wasn't planning on going after a spirit anyways. Let's add aid. Offhand shield. Viv. Yeah, that would go well with Viv. With battle done, they stand still a moment, warmed over by the rays of lowering sun. The gem casts a tickle of light on Maida's thoughts. Don't worry about it. It doesn't look so bad. Thanks, rather. You can still fight. You can see, and see well. I see the edges and faces of things, like I never saw before. It's weird. Hey, that sounds not so bad. Or, I don't know. I have a lot to figure out. I have the entire world to sort of look at through a new lens. My worry is oddly something I feel. That perhaps it'll travel to my heart, under my ribs someday. You'll find only a cold, glittering, impervious jewel. Whether it was wrath or reward, a trap or a twist of coincidence, will always be hard to tell. Years will show how deep the changes go. And an ancient god will dream in darkness, fresh dreams, of new visions above the earth. All right, let's see. What did they find? A belt of divinity. Increases warding. Give it to Ilbear. He'll probably need it. Alright, let's see. Gather everybody. Orthogi for sure. All right. Since we have those two left, we're going to do Malward's his side quest here. Malward never told anyone. In fact, he often wondered whether it had truly happened at all. A death curse had been laid on his head as a boy, the words of some weird warlock whose wrath had been stirred. A vulture voice shrieked in Malward's sleep, visiting often on nights of a shadowed moon. Many years went by. As summers piled up, Malward began to feel a clutching hand at his heart. And at last he confided in someone. He chose a friend, a woman with whom he'd fought battles and beaten dire odds. Cottage is just up this way. Don't hesitate to say anything, if you're worn down. I don't think it's hitting me that way, yet. They traveled to the whispered home of an exile, an old mystic, reputed to have studied curses and their counters. I do wonder. What? Well, there's a reason exiles got exiled, right? There's some reason. See, I think we ostracize people sometimes just because they see things differently. And today, tonight, I feel like we could use that. An uncommon perspective. What's the guy called? Uh, Cobcun was the name I heard. Cobcun Dragon Thistle. Trees? Is it the wakeful trees again? All mumbling and moth-peppered? From the far side of the cottage, his creaky voice bleats. Is it trees or the breeze between them? Or the hare or the proud owl? Muttering to mock my ears on this most markless night. Whatever you be, lostlings or doggins or even a man o' bones, if you creep hankering to my cottage door, be warned, I'm no morsel for a tooth nor treasure for a... It's none of those things. It's just us. Which ones are us? Then his lantern light finds their faces. Oh. And a laugh spills from him. A burbly, wet, warm laugh. Oh, is it two Couth travelers? Come inside. It's late, but my stove's going. There's pig feet pickled 9 years. Chicken I'll chap and simmer. They tell this exiled mystic about Malward's curse as chicken cooks in a bluish bath. Curses, hexes, are really extensions of nature, agents of a wild will, like beasts, like fire, eating, breathing, destroying. Once a curse is spun into motion, it follows the course of chaos. The trick, then, is to trap it, to lure it out of the life it circles, and bind it within new bounds. Sure, I know how to do this, but the cost is always steep. We're low on alternatives, so I think we'll do what you propose. If you are set on it, then there's somewhere you must go, and you may not well enjoy it, what you find there. But you are to retrieve something. A stone. A stone that was buried in a cave well hidden. There are few objects of power in this world fit to be a home, a prison for a curse. The Dwemerald stone, green and bright. Hope that I am the only one who knows its location. They leave on a quest of curse-breaking as dawn crests the hilltops. Prepare a third-tier defense just in case. I may want them to back off. In case of an incursion where Cobcun inked their map, an unremarkable tunnel mouth opens. I'm not set on going through with this. Not all in a rush, anyway. Don't feel guilty. I practically had to drag you here, didn't I? Water rubbed this cave into the soft parts of the planet. There's a good cool air, a strange ancient smell. I wonder if you feel it, being cursed. I wonder if it's something that the body feels. Shouldn't you be, who knows? No, I mean, I wonder if when it's gone, I'll realize how affected my life's been. I was wondering if the anatomy of this passage was in any way carved, right? There's... See the... Or wait, repeat what you were saying? Oh, never mind. Keep moving. Down through the dimming narrows of the cave, they stoop until Maida pulls up. Half-broken wall here, made by people. There, they squeeze sidelong between decaying stonework. There's no door, meaning it wasn't meant to be opened. Generally, that makes sense. If you're stowing a hoard of, say, it's a stolen gems, you don't provide an easy point of access. Ambient light seeps from mineral veins in the next chamber. How old is it, though? This mortar comes away like cake paste. Oh. A venerated place is what it was. He said it was buried. I didn't think he meant buried. It reads, Everlasting rest now cradles our bright hero, Aria Anastalis, who tore our world from the talons of hungry evil and gave her life to free us from tyranny. So this jewel we're meant to find, it has to be interred with her bones? Let's not do this, Maida. So they leave without the treasure they'd been sent for. The tomb earth remains undisturbed. That hermit fellow must have known, or anticipated something that we'd be challenged by. Malward. We're being too... I mean, what are these computations for? Who are we helping by leaving your hope down there? Hard to know, isn't it? I don't know. Our search isn't over, is what I'm saying. They decide on their next destination by dusk. They trace their steps back to the home of Cobcon Dragon Thistle, seeking answers. Good chance this guy gets snippy. Old Cobcon, hermit man of the woods, we've returned. Who creeps by daylight to my lonely cot? Who? Be it the trouble-bent chipmunk, a storming autumn mumble, or, oh, it's these puddle-wits. Your task wasn't easy, Cobcon. We traveled hard under wind and weather to reach that cavern. You sound as if you found it. It wasn't hard. No, and yet you disappoint me. I sense you return without the thing I sent you for, the one thing that mattered about all of this. You sent us to desecrate a tomb, a historical burial site. I told you the task would be distasteful. Has to be something else, a different kind of thing to find. Sweetheart, no. No, and again, no. I need the Dwemeraldin prison that contains my higher essence and the balance of my fathomless power. Oh. That does sound fairly unique. So canter back and fetch it while the year is yet uncold. While your friend still lives would be a good time to go. Don't I know your voice? It's shy, almost involuntary, the question stumbling out of him. The meeting of their eyes can't be forever delayed. Me? My voice? And recognition comes in that grudging glance. How many times on a night of no moon had Malward woken with a murmur in his ear, the whispering of an absent man's lips? The whisper would rise and pitch as it went away, receding as if on wings, and become a phlegmy, far-off shriek, haunting the rafters. I've heard your words, your strange words in the darkness, crackling. A voice climbing to the sky, the voice of the one who is awful handsome despite his age. Malward, wait. You mean this is the... My curse comes from him. What? No. That's weird. That would be smart if it was me, but because... Oh, fine. Yes, okay, I'm your curse father. And you may as well know it all at this point. My name isn't Cobcun Dragon Thistle. Why would it be? No, call me Volta. Volta of Grey Mountain. For I am the Vulture Lord himself. In the charred and sun-raw days before the... Wait, you're getting this, right? You understand what I'm doing? You're explaining the thing. Alright, perfect. So, in the charred and sun-raw days before the rise of the Tree Talkers, the Star Watchers, or the Wave-Wandering Poets, in those scorched and beautiful days, I was Volta of Grey Mountain, Volta, who conquered all the lands and peoples within my span. My soldiers were plentiful as the stones, and I stooped over every town, farm, and tower, plucked every gobbet of joy that pleased me. Crazy, you think? And my reign would have lasted forever. Except for our hero, the woman from the tomb, the statue. An acne-scarred pinstrill is what she was. Aria Anastalis. Her bad and cumbersome name she played at paying me tribute. Came low-tailed under my perch like a strood. Only as I looked in the gem she offered, she then dealt me a blow that would kill mortal men. So by some power's hand the great balance of myself poured from me. My essence was imprisoned within that jewel for eternity, and I began my wingless exile. Cast clattering down the mountain, a marrowless bone, little to no memory thereafter of what I'd been. I had to remember forcibly, through an embattling fog, over eons. Ever heard something like this? How long ago are we meant to believe this all happened? Oh, my body. This shell that prattles before you, it dies, but always resolves again. To life. Call it my curse. I'm almost powerless now. Over millennia, I've roved for untold stretches of time. I was so weak I could barely eat, but I did hunger. Hunger was all I had. Yet you found the strength to curse me. Unless that's another lie. Ah, yes. Yes, around the time you were a child, Malward, a mighty quake split the earth. The sealed chamber wherein Anastalis was buried with my powers must have broken open. This allowed some of my strength to seep back to me. Unfortunately, the hallowed tomb still repelled my gaze, my steps, my efforts to attack. Believe it or not, a certain slant of the spell meant that only well-meaning hands could draw the stone from its place. Ingeniously, then, I laid a curse on a child. On me. Right. The idea being, as demonstrated, to set in motion a pure-seeming quest that would serve my ultimate ends. And it's really going to kill him? Once retrieved, I would bind the curse into the gem and place of my own. Oh. The curse? Probably. Unless the curse is cast or is or I guess I should stop saying things. Anyway, thanks for listening, my sadlings. You may journey on if you wish. I won't stop you. Time for the old man to die. The exile. Wow. Of course it was warded. Are you serious? Burned to death. Alright, nice. Wow, that was a lot of talking for the last, like, 10, 20 minutes. So passes... who? Volton, wasn't it? Volter? I don't know. Kind of dull. I don't feel different. If that's curse breaking, it's heatless. Well, do we burn the house? They don't. They leave it like a grave marker and go. And peace follows with a turning year. Deaf sleep where once a voice pecked and burrowed. Malward will find that he knows it for sure one day, that the curse, whatever weight it might have carried, is gone. And somehow, in the wild, 20 long seasons later... Whew. I'm hungry. Suppose we must try again. Nice. We're going to upgrade Living Hearth. Malward gains +1 potency, +2 range, 2 cone of fire when standing on the same tile as a blaze. Nice, 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 nice. A slave for love. Maida has eyes for a new lover. Soon after the Graysmith tannery. Ooh. Oops. Oh, I need at least 3 heroes for that? Seriously? Okay. This looks like a good place for camp for the night. Are you okay, Suteta? Huh? Oh yeah, sorry. I was lost in thought. Looked like some dark ones. Well, I guess I just never expected that this would be my life. Did I ever tell you that I used to work as a stone cutter? Working with something so heavy and brittle, you had to learn what shapes they liked, how much weight they would take. It felt good, crafting things. What can you do, though? The world pulls you away sometimes. Actually, I have an idea for those skills. You two are still awake? Oh, well. But, behold. Is that a diorama of the attack site? Sure is. What the... Is this to scale? Should be. Now see, the layout here lends itself perfectly to this sort of trap design. You're not wrong. It's pretty clever. Too bad we don't have the time to rig it up. Later still. Much later. Are you serious? Let's just hope it was worth the sleep deprivation. Gain temporary defense penalty, -10 dodge and block. But Sutheta gained rampaging boulders. Rather also temporary defense penalty. Rampaging boulder? What exactly does it do? Whoa, I like that. I just pull this rope and... Nice. Boom. Nice shot. We're gonna wait. Come on, you spec deck. Spec deck. Ugh. Open the door. Good kill. Shit. Okay. Alright, interfuse can shackle. That's an option. So he can't move. Oh, the welding. Can't hit from there, can ya? Nope, can't do much. Interfuse. Splinter Blast. Might be helpful here. Yep, sure was. A little bit. fortified. Okay, good. Good kill. And that's a kill. Batch B is going to run away. Yep. Oops, hang on. What? Why? It's because of the fire. Hmm. And we're going to kill Mr. Batchby here. Yeah. Okay. Upgrade Mythweaver. Upgrade Tinker. Can now be done twice per combat. We'll salvage. Well. Work faster. Oh no. I guess we'll find an item. Remove more Thoggy from the equation. Increased speed. Definitely give it... Oh, hang on. Give it to Viv. She is rather slow. Alright. We have one final side quest with Maida. Viv, meet Arkden. Arkden. Name is Arkden. Name is... Viv, meet Arkden. Name is Ark, actually. He collects ancient coins. Relics fascinate me. Charming. He has a journey to go on, so I offered to go with him. Huh? Yeah, so here's what it is. My father was captured by roaming Dralvin. Oh. Well, that's what we do, Ark. Let me wake the company. The company? No, it's not too many Dralvin. Oh. Still, it is some Dralvin, so... And they have captured my whole family. I guess I get it. So we'll get going then, Arkden says. Name's just Ark, actually. How about Arklin? That was a chieftain's name. Something's weird with that guy. Hold up. At least take me along. I won't get in the way. Oh, that's even better. Both of you. Something is weird with this guy. That's true. The story continues. It's an awkward, quiet trek. Many of the shortcuts Ark seems to know well are unfamiliar to Viv. You definitely ruined it. True. But think about it. Doesn't something feel off? Like when the eggs are too chewy? Or the silence of a place just deepens for no perceptible reason? Because you made it weird. You did. That's all it is. We're here. The thick line of forest rises before them, not clearly menacing, nor even remarkable. Birds and squirrels and the things in between make their sunset sounds. They've got my brother in there. Better let me go alone. I know these woods. You come when I call. Yeah, this game is certainly filled with weirdos. Oops. Follow Ark into the forest. I'm not letting him out of my sight. Maida and Viv creak through the trunks, staying quiet as possible, shadowing Ark's winding course. You really are ridiculous. Just give it a moment. Well, hello? Anyone there? Don't tell me this was for nothing. Someone left a chest here. Oh. Ooh, loan? Draw. Shh. Watch. Oh. Why are you sneaking up on me? Late. Deed brink. Huh. Yeah, there's 3 of them out by the near ruins. Don't pretend your bird didn't clock them. They're waiting for my signal, and won't expect an attack if you're fast. Hand over the coin. Captured they. That wasn't our agreement. The drow slaps its own snout and splutters. The silent one drops a dirty sack of money in Ark's palms. He goes on his way. Maida, Viv, and Malward have just been sold to Dralvan slavers. You okay? Perfect. Oop. Looks like cover's blown. Get ready. Yeah, it's a good thing they followed. At least there's only 2 of them, right? Yeah. Hey. Yeah. That's what I thought. Dead. Mission accomplished. Upgrade. Flame Soul. A low mood fogs their otherwise cloudless return. But the last evening, a storm welcomes them back to Hearth Hill. I suppose I'll never really be happy. Don't tell me you're not over that Ark guy. How could I be? He collected ancient coins. Seriously, that's the reason? This guy's cute, though. Yeah. You don't think that's his wife, do you? You're awful. Nice. Viciousness. Meta attacks deal... Melee attacks deal more damage. Please do the third one before they arrive. Oh, that was very close. Everybody out. Continue. I want to see if it survives. It is tier 4, so it should be relatively easy, or maybe not. It should sustain at least one attack, right? Yeah, there it is. Definitely prevent the Morthagi from getting even more powerful. Boom. Oh, hang on. No, Scout. Take him away. Include Viv. Aha. There it is. Assault the Forge. Let's do it. Whenever the sun goes down, camp unfolds around a spark. And then it's time for a talk. For cleaning and patching and polishing. This last camp is no different. Preparations they've made towards the coming day will get finished or forsaken beside the fire. The final fire. Nice. This is the final battle. Huh. Waiting for all the assets to load in. Nice. All right, what do we got? Ooh, that is pricey. Definitely upgrade your armor there. That mythic bow, for sure. Chain end. Upgrade your sword there. Right? Yeah, upgrade the sword because you don't have much else. We are out of ingots officially. Yeah. Alright, I think... Ooh, hang on. What is Viv wearing, even? Humble Ginnings still after all these years? Oh. Yeah, do Wild Guard. Wilder Guard. After all those years, still wearing the same exact thing. That's crazy. Runic. Witching. Ooh. What is witch veiling? Ooh, I like that. I like that for her. Yeah, let's do that for sure. And then Rother. Upgrade his armor. Everybody has fully upgraded armor now. Wild Woven, when Rother is hidden, he gains 1 potency. Alright, on to the final battle. Morthagi milled in the darks and caves of the earth for long ages. They tunneled and searched and found at least the source of the great cold power they sought. More than 60 years ago, they discovered the Life Forge, and this yondering has been lit by the sparks of turmoil ever since. Hey, Malward, I'm feeling like we should have met more resistance, no? That force we fought at the tunnel entrance wasn't a joke, you know. They just weren't us. Forward into the strange lit dark they go. Going with courage or stoicism. They go in with stoicism. Whatever we find, we'll survive it. Sounds like victory to me. The final assault. The final boss battle. Malward. Destroy the essence torches. No, can't do anything here. Get rid of the welding if possible. Interfuse with... Ah, we can, and we can do some damage while using the magic. Oh, we did destroy one. Huh. 0 damage. Ooh, 6 damage just from that one. Nice. The heck. Okay, fine. Now the fire is spreading. Open the door. Hello, Batchby. Interfuse with the lantern. $100%. Oh, sweet. Not too deep. Unfortunately, Malward is rather slow. So is Viv, as it turns out. Nice kill. Engage, that's alright. We were victorious anyways in that fight. Ooh, hello. Gotta wait for Malward and Viv to catch up. Ooh. No, that's a terrible idea. If I do that. Blocked. Yikes. Alright, killed the Watchman. Boom. 5 damage. It's actually a surprisingly powerful strike. Boom. Alright, that was something. And that lamp has been destroyed as well. Malward. We are getting close to the final tomb. I think that was all of the essence things. Out here, at least. Meta. Oh, hello. You are the Grand Matron. Seriously? Interviews. 87. Ooh, good. Good, good, good. All the torches have been destroyed. A spectic comes out of the shadows. Boom. 6 damage from that cone of fire. It's actually really good. What do you mean? Oh, is it because of... That welding will cause problems if not taken care of, so it's a good thing. Nice. Almost done here. This turned into a rather quick fight. That's victory. Look at this thing. It's almost gorgeous, isn't it? We have to destroy it, Malward. Well, yes, obviously. Right, just making sure we agree. It comes apart under... Oh my gosh, so much talking. It comes apart under tools and hands. Eventually it sags inward with a crumbling sigh. The magic that made it laced into its shaping has been undone. Nothing after that is wholly clear. As spirits leave. Do you think the people whose lives ended there, they'll be at rest, won't they? Questions will last. But the quiet age that follows will last longer. The end. See if I can read all this fast enough, huh? So Theta gathered as many of the company's stories as she could and enlisted Rother to illustrate them. Ahem. Taking some artistic liberties there, aren't we? Rother's life ran its course in peace and honor. After his death, folks wondered whether the gleaming cliff across the lake had always been there, or must have been. It must have been. Cliffs don't just rise up out of nowhere. Viv finally decided to settle down. She took time to decide on the right land and the right town to build a home for herself. As it happened, so did Rother, right across the road. Just stay on your side. Maida spent many happy nights in the tavern, enthralling the men with tales of her exploits. And they said the history of Kuhlfeld Outfitter would never come in handy. Finally, come on, roast's been ready. Sorry, little late, but I finally finished organizing the old maps. That's worth a mug of something. Malward developed a passion for restoring ruined sites. They may not have quite matched their former glory, but he hoped the former inhabitants wouldn't be too embarrassed. And that's how it all started. Ilbear got up to see the sunrise every morning. Often he insisted on company. Thanks for pulling me out of bed. Next time, though, please don't. Shh, Rother. Breathe it in. We can't take a single thing back. We can't take a single dawn for granted. Not anymore. Not anymore. The end. All heroes I want to add to Legacy. Ilbear, not really. These 5, though, absolutely. Viv to local legend. One. Rother I want to promote. And that elemental weapons unlocked. Imagine that. Taking a while to load. I'm not a huge fan of the Omen Road expansion, or the Omen Road, I guess, what that mode is. But, yeah. Looks good to me. All right, and next time we will do a 5-chapter long story, but that's not going to be for a long time yet. So, I'm going to go back and quit. That is the end of our story. Yeah, make sure it's up to date. All right. Wow. This stream has gone on for about 2.5 hours. I'm surprised that you'd still be here watching, if you are. But yeah, that is it for Wildermyth in this part. Next week we will do a few games of Deep Rock Galactic. So I look forward to that for sure. So thank you all for stopping by and watching once again. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend. This is NPC Destroyer, signing off.